Rosebuds. Hi, how are y'all doing today? I hope you all are having a great day. Sorry to just pop up on you like this, but I have the time and I thought, why not talk about this? Okay. So, if you watch Corey Holcomb's 5150 show, you probably heard them discussing Doug Christie. Okay. This lady that you see here, this is Jackie Christie. And Jackie Christie happens to be the wife of Doug Christie. And the topic of today's show, the misandry of Jackie Christie. Okay. Who knew this lady was BATSHIT crazy? Well, I did. If you've been watching her on TV, if you watch that kind of TV, most of my male subscribers, you all probably don't, but your wife probably does. And you've probably seen Jackie on the Basketball Wives LA. It comes on the VH1. And I'm going to show just a brief little snippet from VH1's show, Basketball Wives LA, just because I think that you all are misinterpreting or based off of the show that I watched last night with Corey Holcomb and Craig and Dee. I think y'all have it confused, or at least maybe Dee does, because Corey had to keep correcting her yesterday. There are two daughters that she has, and they were on the Basketball Wives. Okay, now the scandal is that Doug Christie's teammate, Chris Webber, is the child of Jackie Christie. But Jackie Christie has been leading her husband, Doug Christie, to think that all of the children she's had since she's been married is actually his children when they're not his children. Okay. These are not his children. Or the daughter, Takari, I believe is her name, is not Doug's daughter. Okay. And Corey mentions in the show yesterday, and I might play a little bit of it if I can before I have to go back to work from my lunch break, is that it just kind of is like glaringly obvious that this child has a different father from the pictures, the family pictures that we reviewed last night on the 5150 show. So I wanted to start with this little snippet so that you all can see the baby girl that was in the picture grown up. Now, this is an older show, probably from like 5 to 10 years ago. I can't even remember. It's been so long since these shows have been on. But I really remember this one because it has a bit of a, like, you start to see or you hear about a little bit of colorism from the other daughter. Okay, but I'm not going to play all of that. I'll definitely drop the link in the description for this video so that you guys can go give VH1 a like and a view on the totality of this event at the therapist's office. Okay, so I'm going to go from this video and then we're going to flip over to Corey, and then we're going to hear about all of the drama that Jackie has been found out about Jackie in the very, very more recent court documents that have been filed. Okay, so without further ado, like MTR says, let's listen to this little quick snippet.
I've always felt a little intimidated by my mom. Okay.
Did you see her?
But just nervous, like jitters and everything. And then with my grandma passing, that mother relationship I had with her, and I felt like,
don't cry.
Oh, and I compare that to me and your relationship, and that's where the question comes.
So this is the baby girl that was in the picture where Corey Holcomb was saying that the baby looks different. This is allegedly Chris Webber's daughter that Jackie Christie raised under Doug Christie's tutelage, money, time, effort, emotion, all of that was put into this child that didn't belong to him. Whole time, Jackie knew. Okay?
Because I didn't feel like I was good enough.
You always been good. You always been too good, Kari. You hear me? I felt like, okay, Kari, we can work on that. If you felt like you were overlooked, you weren't. You've always been my pride and joy. Ever since you was born, you always had everything.
Jackie, you dirty girl. You've been on VH1 acting a fool, talking about Drea, talking about Eva, talking about Evelyn, talking about everybody and their mother. And you've been a toot. And you have been raising this daughter under another man's legacy, and she doesn't belong to him, and he doesn't belong to her. And you have done all of this. This ugly little look on your face is what you are to people. How dare you? You have been a nuisance the whole entire time on that show. And this is what you've been up to in your real life. The audacity, Jackie. The audacity. Okay? Like, oh my God. I've been seeing this, but I was like D last night when Craig mentioned it. I was like, oh, this is real, because I thought it was just like, those magazines over by the Register that is like tabloid gossip. It's just things that are alleged but not confirmed. No. Doug won a settlement. I think it's like $4 million because he wants he wants child support. Everything that he's done for this child, he wants his money back because he has been frauded. Okay? So I'm going to stop sharing this screen. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. And now I'm going to share or present with you all another screen. Let's see, what is it called? Oh yeah. So Corey named it Female Hyenas, which was great. So we'll share this screen and I will make it big and pretty. And this is gonna pick up so Greg is going to introduce what I've been talking about. Okay. So let me shut up and let them spit. But y'all, okay. The drama, the misandry. Okay. Like,
what happened with Doug Christie?
Oh my gosh. This is your specialty.
What do you mean?
This whole Doug Christie.
You know what happened? What happened?
So this is what I heard. I ain't did a lot of reading. So apparently the chick that he's been with that came up with the whole Basketball Wives show concept, Jackie had cheated on him with Chris Webber and had a baby that is now in her 20s. And she basically lied and had Doug Christie thinking that this young lady was his daughter, when in all actuality it was Chris Webber's baby.
So that's real news. Oh, okay.
So that's what I heard. That's the I don't know all the details, but that's what I heard. I can't corroborate it. But
is this woman who wouldn't let him go nowhere without her? Do you know what I'm talking about?
From the show?
Well, I'm talking about, I remember this player, Doug Christie, had a wife that would not allow him to go nowhere without her.
Wow, yeah, this is her.
Can somebody do you like that? Can somebody tell you can't go nowhere without me? Can that happen?
That did happen, yeah, all the time.
Yeah, but now okay, because now it's not.
He sued.
Last I heard, I didn't know that it was confirmed or not, because I know that he sued.
Went to court
to find that out. He filed a lawsuit against multiple parties, Webber and Chris.
He won $4 million, and she's paying half, and Chris Webber is paying half. But the whole dramatic part about it is Chris Webber would be over there all the time, they said, and the daughter said that he would be over there, like every time he seen her, he would be emotional and crying. You know,
who?
Chris Webber, because I guess he.
Well, we see Chris Webber cry a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, this made Chris look kind of weird, man.
Chris, how dirty are you? You playing basketball with this man? You this man's teammate? And you coming over to his house knowing that you are sleeping with his wife and that his wife just had a child that looks just like you, and you go over there to see him and the child and cry like a little sniveling fool? What kind of spineless punk does something like that? Like, be a man. Don't we say men hold each other accountable? Who was the teammate that knew you were busting down Christie's wife and didn't hold you to task for it? You don't do something like that. If you do something like that, and it goes as far as her having a child that ends up looking like you, and not the man that the woman is married to, I feel like you have an obligation to let that man know what's up, because the child is the one that's suffering. And it's very clear from the opening clip that I just showed y'all that the little girl suffered under Jackie, under this lie, under all of this unaccountability. This is what ended up ruining this child's life. So embarrassing to be this old in life and this kind of information is coming out about your mother. What a farce, Jackie. Oh my goodness. You are trifling as all get out.
And you know what I mean? Honestly,
he would be over where?
He'd be visiting them,
going to their house.
The teammate is
acting like he's visiting with Doug, but he's just over there to see his daughter. They don't know that's her father.
God, that is crazy.
And the daughter came out and said he would be crying. She basically disowned her mother and Chris Webber. Like, hey, y'all foul. So she sided with Doug. Like, this is the only father I ever known. You guys are foul.
Let me ask you a question, Craig.
Yeah.
If I came to your house and sat down more than twice in a week, would that be weird?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, what the fuck? What you?
Yeah, because
I love you, Corey, but what the fuck you doing at my house?
All the time, right.
I mean, that's why, yeah, man.
What is a man? Okay, I know a couple of guys that I allow at my house, but I don't have a wife anymore at my house.
Right.
It's a different atmosphere. But if you have a woman
So I'm just asking, because I'm in my 40s. My husband is also in his 40s. He does have close friends, but they never just like hang over out at my house. They're not waiting for my husband when we pull up. Like, if they see each other, like my husband and his best friend, they might see each other 3 or 4 times a year. And it's usually my husband going over to his house, and he is an unmarried man. It's not usually that he comes over to our house. And if he does, it's usually a special occasion like my son's birthday, because he so happens to be my son's godfather. So I kind of agree, or I don't know. I never thought of it this way, but I think that my husband is in line with Corey's thinking and Craig's thinking right here, that men ain't just supposed to be hanging out over at your house. You know what I mean? It's just like a kind of like, I'm the king of this castle, and I don't need too many swords up in here mucking it up, is kind of like what I gather from this. And kind of where maybe Doug Christie went wrong, because maybe this all started because Chris's shady ass was coming over to shoot pool or shoot the shit. And really what he was over there doing was dirty macking, behind Doug Christie's back to get at Jackie. And Jackie's fast ass, where we're about to see her in that family picture before I flip it over to the next video, you're going going to see that Jackie looks hot in the ass. She looks like she's with the shits. Excuse my French, I'm sorry, it's allegedly. But they did have to pay this man money for the lies that they both told, Jackie and Chris.
At home with you that you love. Why is another man over there with y'all more than
once a year?
I was just going to say more than twice a month.
I mean, even if they're buddies, because they were teammates. So let's say it was during the times that they were playing.
It's only one Christmas. So unless it's a Christmas twice a month, what the fuck are you doing here, nigga? We could do all the shit somewhere else, but man.
So he faked being even closer to him only to do that, to see his kid.
My neighbor cussed me out.
That's crazy.
You know why my neighbor cussed me out? He lived on the other side of the porch. Because he always invite me over and I'd never come. Right. He was a Caucasian man also.
Oh, yeah.
And I know what happens with me. I'm not even saying nobody else. I know what happens with me. Yo, bitch gonna want to give me some pussy.
Oh, my God.
When I'm around people and the women get to know me, they want to give me some pussy. This is what I know. But ever since I've been 30 and up. Ever since I've been 30 and up, if yo bitch around me, I'm worried about her doing one of these laughs. I know what that laugh is.
No, Corey. No, but I see your point. I do think that he is very charismatic and he's handsome and he's funny. So that all of those things it's probably very easy for him to catch. You know, he has like uber high confidence. He's just oozing confidence all the time. Like, so yeah, I totally, I can see where he has that power over women.
You can't have real niggas around your family unless them motherfuckers got some real ties with you that's like, you willing to stand in front of the world and say, this is my man, I guarantee you, my man ain't gonna cross me. Because your wife's, your daughter's pussy is something that most men want to acquire if they can.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can speed it through just because I want y'all to see the picture that I was talking about that I said that they might.
Is that the little dark girl?
Yeah.
Okay, oh Lord, here we go.
That little girl gonna call a timeout when they somewhere and they ain't got nothing left.
But when she got older, she's lighter.
How did she get that by
this
you?
is where
One of
Darlene,
the best defenders in the history of the league, nigga. How did she get a little? I mean, I'm looking at this picture.
okay.
But that's a little girl.
That
What
was
is
when
that?
she
Is that
was
an older picture, D?
No, when she's older, she looks a little more lighter. Skin.
Man, you can't let people in your house to pee sometime. When somebody in your house, they invading. So I done let people in my house that I shouldn't have let in my house. But like I said, ever since me and my wife don't live together, I don't give a fuck. My house is disorganized. It's clothes everywhere. What the fuck? I ain't got no shame. But
that's the wife.
Letting people around your family, you have to be very careful who you let around your wife because everybody wanna fuck your wife unless your wife look like you. And you can't win with an ugly woman. If you got an ugly woman, do you know how hard your life is gonna be? If your woman is ugly, she is gonna always hate you for that. And she was ugly before you even met her.
Show the picture. Winston,
so what you do, you get your little wife you chose and you lock her in the house like Black Snake Moan.
Oh, that was
I think my husband did that to me. lock me in the house the first like 3 years. I didn't have chains on though, but I was in the house doing my thing.
It's crazy, that movie.
You just can't let your girl run free.
Okay, this is the picture, y'all. This is the picture right here that I've been waiting for, okay? That's Doug Christie. That's Jackie, okay? So this is Doug. This is Jackie. Look at how shady Jackie looks. Like, look at that little smirk right there. Like, it's this little piece of the smile right here that lets you know you cannot trust her. You cannot. Look at the crazy eyes. Look at the crazy eyes. She had the crazy eyes way, way, way back. But this is actually the daughter that was talking on the clip that I played in the beginning. This is the daughter that does not belong to Doug and belongs to Chris Webber, Takari. And if you watch the Housewives, the Basketball Wives of LA, I believe that Takari says that she always felt like Jackie treated her differently because she was dark skinned. But really, we know why Jackie treated her differently. It wasn't more so because she was dark. It was because she belonged to somebody else who happened to be dark. But like, if you're Doug and you have this child with Jackie, do you question this child? Maybe not the first child because you're both African American. So you're thinking, I have all shades of black in my family. My daughter is a little on the dark side. Me and my wife aren't that dark, but hey, black makes black. Okay. But then when you have your second child with her and they're like not even remotely the same color. I mean, me and my brother are the same color, but we have different features. One of us more so favors our white parent, and the other one of us more so favors our black parent, but we look alike and we're the same color. Now, I understand that in families, people are various shades of whatever. So I'm just thinking, like, did it ever dawn on Doug? And it must have dawned on him, especially when Jackie went and filed this divorce. Okay. So now I'm going to stop presenting this screen now that you guys have seen the picture and compare it to the two women you saw previously on the first video that I showed y'all in this bit. So now let's go and listen to, and I'll be sure to drop all the links in the description box. Okay, guys? So don't worry. I will share the creators' webs or links so that you all can go and view the full video, give them a like or a subscribe even. Okay. All right. So let's present this last bit of video. So, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this video,
Doug Christie,
is from Spill Tea on YouTube. Okay, they do a great job of getting us up to speed with like what the heck has been going on, and why this is all happening now. Okay, so buckle up and get ready because it is salacious. Okay, here we go.
see what happens when the man you betrayed files suit you for every dollar, every lie, every year you stole from him, just started the most explosive legal action in reality TV history, aiming at his own team member and wife. Doug didn't cry. He didn't beg. He lawyered. Now Jackie, Christie, and Chris Webber are formally being sued for paternity fraud, identity deception, emotional distress, and over $4,600,000 0 cents in damages.
This crazy woman, I don't know how long they've been married. Let's say they've been married 25 years. On their anniversary every year, she got remarried to this man. She had another wedding with him, and he indulged her every whim. Her every ludicrous request, he indulged her. Okay?
After DNA bombshell confirmed Chris Webber is the real father of Jackie's daughter. This is about papers, contracts, back child support, and the legacy they sought to.
This is Chantel. This was the daughter that was sitting next to the young lady speaking in the therapy video. This is the little girl that was in the bottom of the picture that Corey and Darlene were showing of the family that we just looked at. This is the little girl that was sitting at the feet of Jackie, okay? This is not Takari, the girl or the young woman who was speaking at the beginning of the video, telling Jackie that she felt inadequate. Okay. I don't know why everybody keeps, I guess maybe because Takari doesn't come out as much as Chantel, but everybody keeps showing Chantel and nobody is showing Takari. And it's like Takari is the person that is experiencing all of this crazy drama. We need to be highlighting the person who was hurt the most, not the daughter that is, I guess, being most outspoken about her mother's wrongdoings.
Pilfers, not only about betrayal now. Jackie's brand is failing, Chris's sponsorships are vanishing, and Chantel finds herself caught between two last names, one courtroom, and a lie that never stops widening. Doug was quiet for 2 decades. Today, he is coming for everything. The court system is open since this is not only payback, this is the official reckoning of Jackie Christie's empire. One thing is to be betrayed. Another is to discover the daughter you reared for 20 years was never yours. Then to be publicly humiliated and misled by your wife and subtly teased by your own teammate, Doug. Christie was about to sue them both into the ground, not about to just walk away. Now the court records are public. Originally filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court, the lawsuit resembles the storyline of a Netflix courtroom drama, only this is not fiction. This is Doug, Christie against Jackie, Chris Webber, and Christie's boss. The charges have nuclear resonance. Allow me to dissect it here. Doug is suing Chris and Jackie for intentional emotional distress and paternity fraud. Civil identity manipulation, public misrepresentation for financial gain, and indeed, retroactive financial damages going back 20 years. Total amount sought for $600,000, 0 cents. And yes, Doug's lawyers say that number could rise as new evidence surfaces. And what proof exists? Oh, every lie is right here. Every receipt, every whispered secret Jackie and Chris considered would never see daylight is now exhibit. Doug's legal team included a second test showing a 99.998% paternity match to Chris Eber and DNA test findings verifying 0 biological connection to Chantel. Let that sink in. Jackie's journal entries where she admitted knowing the truth, the leaked voicemail warning Chris to stick to the narrative, and the shocking clause in her VH1 contract where she claimed she was raising her and Doug's biological child. False claims. Jackie built a TV career, a brand, and a public image off a lie. Today, Doug wants every dollar that lie earned. But wait, manager, there is more. Doug is demanding a complete public correction of the birth certificate, not only pursuing riches. He wants Chris Webber listed as the biological father on all future public records, as well as in private documents. Jackie is spinning. This is about permanent correction, not about pettiness. Those sources claim she collapsed in her foyer and cried for 2 hours straight when she was served the lawsuit. This isn't the emotional breakdown of an innocent woman. This is the panic of a fraudster who just got legally cornered. And Chris Webber is silent. No public reaction, no statement, just rumors of him changing legal counsel overnight and firing his publicist. But let's discuss the court approach, since Doug's team is coming for president, not just for headlines. Prominent Beverly Hills litigation shark lead attorney told the media, "This isn't just about Mr. Christie. This is about any man who's ever raised a child under a lie. We will classify paternity fraud as a major civil offense with repercussions under serious actionability guidelines." Translation, they're laying a legal blueprint for every future betrayed father in America. Not only dragging Jackie down, boss, this could change the rules right now. Let us discuss money, since that is where things get messy. Doug's attorneys produced a chronology of losses: private school expenses, $180,000, 0 cents towards college expenses, $95,000, 0 cents in medical coverage, $72,000, 0 cents, vacations, Sweet 16 party worth $230,000, 0 cents with Bow Wow.
Listen, a $200,000 Sweet 16 party and BITCH, you knew that wasn't his daughter? Jackie, you are a trifling BITCH girl. Whoa. I cannot with you. I cannot with you. You guys, what do you think about this? Like, am I right for calling Jackie a misandrist? I mean, you're sitting up here manipulating one man to his detriment. The other man is stupidly going along with it. I can't be so mad at what she's doing to Chris because I think he's a fucking scumbag, okay? But for what she's doing to Doug, she definitely hates this man and everything this man stands for. To me, what she did to him is beyond like cheating and scandalous. It's misandry, it's hatred, it's contempt. It's trifling. Whew, that's how I feel about it, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you made it this far in my live video today, please drop some rosebuds in the chat for me. I'd love to see them. Until the next video, bye you all. Have a great rest of the day, okay? Be easy.